Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alif Firdaus and about audience research. So audience research is a two different approach characterized by the aspiration and their underlying ideologies. Now, an early studies state that mass media possess significant influence and the capacity to modify audience behavior. Studies like Frankfurt School and modeling. So there's an assumption that audience is homogeneous and passive, and assuming media message possess the ability to induce behavioral changes. Now, lots of audience research emerged in the US after World War II. There's an assumption that media message have a direct and powerful impact to behavior attitudes. There are two orientations. The first one is the message event, characterized by a behaviorist and empirical perspective, employer laboratory research, examine changes in audience behavior when exposed to or influenced by the media message. Second one is the audience-oriented, a structural and functional approach and focus more on the social characteristic of diverse audience such as class background, educational level, and other social factors. These social characteristics influence how audience receive or reject media message. This from Yale University. Carl Hoffman and Albert Bandura has a problem and limitation such as it's based on weak and simplistic assumption about society and media. The theoretical framework, supported by dominant assumption of empirical and behaviorist functional analysis, and suggests that mass media is the sole cause that encourage violent behavior. And also society is homogeneous. Now it's the audience studies, critical perspective and reception analysis, encoding and decoding of media message. Critical perspective on audience studies began by advancing several criticisms of earlier studies and perspective. The first one is heavy reliance on empirical data in understanding and interpreting the meaning of media and message. And the second one is the fundamental philosophy and concept of this perspective still remain functionalist and behaviorist. Perception analysis, encoding and decoding of media message begin by examining communication in a holistic context. The second one is audience studies should examine how the process of meaning making of media message by the audience is shaped through social and cultural contexts. And the third one is all communication phenomena should be explained by examining the patterns of patterns power of power relation within society. Hall in encoding and decoding in the television discourse in 1974 proposed reception analysis. All state that messages are encoded by message producer and then received or decoded by the audience. Individual audience engage in the process of decoding or interpreting media message differently. And the nationwide audience by David Morley in 1980 examines how different audience give different receptions. Audience is capable of understanding and interpreting media message, but still within a sociological structured context. The study also assumed that society and individuals within society aren't homogeneous but heterogeneous. And the last one is the nationwide audience assume that society is divided based on the first one is class and social background, the second one is gender, and third one is ethnicity. All the social factors cause the audience to interpret media message based on their social background. Also, the process of producing meaningful message by the media is problematic. Message in social communication is complex and have the potential to convey different meanings, and activity of obtaining media from media message is also a problematic practice. So that's all from me. Sorry if I mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.